whatever it takes, wherever it takes them. It's a hunt for monster fish. Trevor Γκάουντι.
There he goes.
And Fred Levitman.
Come on!
A breed of men dedicated to one thing, catching the biggest fish on the planet. Tangle with the Titans. On Trevor Γκάουνdi's Monster Fish.
This week, I'll be fishing out of Montauk. I'll be joining back up with my friends John Bowman and Anthony at Whitewater Marine. We're going to be running back out to the Northeast Canyons to catch what has been a really hot night bite.
There he is. Hey, Fred, feel that one, Fred. Angry animal.
100 miles offshore, Light Canyon lands richer in life than the Great Canyons of the West. Here on the rim of the continental shelf lies Fishtail Canyon, whose sheer rock walls reach down into the abyss. In these waters, the upwellings and tides link a food chain that runs from the microscopic to the apex predators.
Beyond that, you've got the Gulf Stream currents that are bringing nutrient-rich water from the Caribbean. We're talking 80, 75-degree water, and what that's doing is colliding with the cold water that's sliding north, called the Labrador Current. What happens when you have structure on top of great water? It's tuna fish.
The submerged edge of the continent has for centuries drawn the men who go down to the sea in ships. In a season past, the anglers made the treacherous crossing by night to fish the waters of Hydrographer Canyon. The dark voyage passed through waters that are a graveyard for mariners. They raced a oncoming storm for days and nights of historic swordfish angling. With the billfish came tuna, big as artillery shells.
Oh, yeah, baby! That's a real one.
Now it's away from the docks once more, bound for another canyon, and fishing through days and nights. Rich concentrations of bacteria and phytoplankton start the biological reaction, culminating in tuna.
Right lines in the water, guys?
Just drop down, cleaned in a minute. Nice. This is really the whole reason why we barely get any sleep and spend tens of thousands of dollars and trek out here and get in fights with our wives for stuff like this. And somehow it's all worth it. Oh, nice yellow.
Hooked up again. Got a nice fish. He just took a little chunk off the top. It's a screamer. He's close, guys.
There he is. You want him? Yeah.
The king of the canyons is the big-eyed tuna.
What we're trying to do here, first of the morning, get an assortment of different colors out there. We have a black and purple chain. We have a white squid chain. We have a rainbow bar. And we have a pink squid bar out there. We have an assortment of colors. See which one gets the bite, and then we'll switch them all over to that color. Another boat in here just started chunking, had a nice yellow on a chunk, so we're going to switch over and drift around the area for a little bit.
Seen a little bit of life, some fish busting up on top with birds on them, but they're moving around really quick, so trolling really wasn't producing much, so we've switched the game around a little bit. What we're doing is chunking. Pete's throwing handfuls of cut butterfish and sardines overboard. Me and John are working chunks of sardines and butterfish along with the chunks that Pete's throwing over. And with any luck, these fish will come through, and if they do, it wouldn't be surprised if we doubled right up.
On 60-pound fluoro, so we can't put too much heat on them. But as you can tell in the bend of the rod, it's a nice fish. This one got pulled right out of my hands. Not 10 seconds later, we doubled up. John got bit. I feel we got a couple of decent yellowfins on here. Bending the rod and a kink in my back. I'll have to get them up and find out what we got. Just doing these big circles right now, about 40 feet under the boat.
Johnny! Come on, my brother!
Shoving off of Montauk, Fred and crew are crossing 100 miles of hazardous water to Fishtail Canyon's rich fishing grounds for giant tuna. They will fish day and night, with sleep not even an afterthought.
Sending some floaters out, and we hooked them up. Fred and I together. We had about 300 yards of line out, so I'm exhausted. But we're doing pretty good. Oh, I see Fred's fish right there. He's got color. Yeah, getting tight.
That's quality yellowfin.
One in the boat, ready to go.
He's close to the boat. He's doing big circles now, right under the boat. He's only about a few feet under right now. So Anthony can put a gaff in him. Oh. Putting a good fight on for us. Came next to the boat and took off and it's just punishing me a little bit. He's doing good though. It's a nice fish. Yeah, he's a nice one, Anthony.
It's all bit rods and sore backs.
There you go, boys. That's a nice one. Ready? Oh, he's a beautiful one, man. He's an 80-pound fish, easy. Woo! There you go. Nice yellow.
Nice work, John. Couple of quality blue water yellowfin. Not too bad from leaving from a place like New York, right?
Not too bad,
It's
buddy.
funny, a lot of people would never imagine you could catch pelagic, warm water fish off the coast of New England.
Warm water's come in and bring these beautiful fish to us.
Absolutely love it. Let's get these on ice, catch a few more.
Sounds good, bud.
It's the Gulf Stream waters swirling through here that draw these fish in from the south, where the tuna will await the anglers in the onrushing dark.
So we're getting in the last few minutes of daylight tonight. The sun's literally about just an inch off the horizon. And the word we've gotten from the boats that fished here overnight last night during the day was that there really was hardly any action during the day and it all came overnight. So we're going to completely switch the game up to strictly chunking, meaning that one guy's going to keep a steady flow of chunks of butterfish and sardines flowing into the water, and we're going to be taking the same chunks, burying a hook in them and sending them down with all those freebies. All the action everyone's been having here the last couple of days has been during the night in the darkness, so we're going to keep our fingers crossed, keep baits in the water, and hopefully we'll put out some quality yellowfin. If we get lucky, you might even get a big eye on the deck. There have been a few of those lingering around.
Right, lines in the water, guys?
Lines are in the water.
There he is. Come on, baby. Chunks are going out. Grabbing them right away. All the fish have been on the surface, right inside the bottom. Just scrape the surface. It's a screamer.
Drop him, Johnny! I can't!
Just this side of the backing, the tuna slows.
Found a good fish here. Hit a chunk on the top of surface. Saw him scream right through the surface. White water all over the moonlight.
White water over the moonlight? Think you've been at sea too long, my friend.
He's close, guys. There she is. What do we got? Hit him! Nice shot!
Good shot, George.
Good shot, George. You redeemed yourself. Look at it. Help him.
Help him, help him.
Help him. Nice fish, boys. Now that's how you do it on monster fish.
Nice work. Nice work. Beautiful yellow on that thing.
It's gonna be a good night. Get him.
Want him? No, it's all yours, bud. Go get him.